Hey YouTube, the reason why I'm doing this video, I wanted to talk about self-esteem, depression, all this stuff that like weighs on us. And a lot of it is just us not having confidence in ourselves. And there's motives behind us not having confidence in ourselves. I can't tell you how many times we have people around us that are de-self-esteemers, and these self-esteemers, they're doing psychological things to us to make us lower our self-esteem. Now, this is the craziest thing. You're already predestined to be great. God said, I know my will for you from the moment that you were born. I had a purpose, and my purpose was to increase you, make you better, make you great in everything. But we have a group of people that are surround us that don't want us to be great. They're trying to put us in that finite. So how will a D self-esteemer put you in a finite? I can give you a perfect example. I can tell you, like, you know that you bathe, right? Let's just do simple stuff. You know that you bathe, you're very hygienic, you take care of yourself, you go through the process of self-care. I mean, nobody's gonna take care of you better than you take care of yourself. But sometimes these self-esteemers will come around and say, I can take care of you better than you can take care of yourself. You won't take care of yourself properly. Those are the self-esteemers to make you lack confidence in yourself, to actually be able to better infiltrate you. So you can walk around smelling good, like just walk around smelling so awesome. Like you have beige, you lotioned up, you put on perfume, all of this stuff, and you take great hygiene in yourself. And then you have your D self-esteemers that come along and say, that person doesn't smell good. That person's this, that person's that. And there's motives behind it. You may not smell good at that moment, but you have taken the proper protocols to smell good. And that's what you have to have your assurance in. I have done everything that I possibly can. The rest is out of my control. So you can only deal with certain things that you can control, and you can have confidence in that. I know somewhere I smell good. I did the proper protocols. I bathed, I lotioned, I perfumed, I did everything hygienic. If you're a woman, I dushed, I sat up there and I basically cleansed myself from head to toe. I shampooed my hair. It doesn't matter. You did all the protocols, but something is malfunctioning. That's out of your control. You cannot be held responsible for that. But what's happening, they're trying to make you have a liability for something that's out of your control. Okay? Stop holding yourself liable. If you have done everything that you could do, that's all you have to do. Remember the story of my brother and me. My brothers, one was very hygienic. The other one, people always had something to say. And I sat up there and I had to actually watch one actually bathe one time. The one that they said wasn't hygienic. And he was super hygienic. Like, seriously, I had to observe him be super hygienic with himself. But there was a malfunction. So maybe it's not you, it's them. And they are not aware. I mean, we're dealing with a ill nation, and dealing with the ill nation, we know that we're dealing with things that are being impeded upon us, intrusion of one's private space, private areas, and private everything. Our private isn't private anymore, it's public, and we're being intruded upon. So I have to encourage those that are going through certain things. Stop doubting yourself. Stop having that low self-esteem. Stop letting people make you question yourself. And then stop letting acts that happen with you question you. I can tell you right now today, I went through an incident. This key incident showed me that I have to stop questioning my proficiency because it's messing with my self-esteem. And that's the biggest thing. And then I started noticing people around me, I'm very proficient, but the people around me aren't. So with them not being proficient, they like to play with my self-esteem. They like to play on certain things. They want me to feel like, okay, even though we're not better than you, we're better than you. And I had to start being careful with myself with around them, because whereas in I'm not competing or measuring myself up to these people, they're measuring themselves up to me. And I have to be careful. I'm not I had a dream the other night, and God was like sending me confirmation of the attacks that I was going through, and I kept wondering, why was I under attack? Why were these people attacking me? I never did anything to them. I never mistreated them. I never done anything to hurt anyone. What's the problem? What was taking place? And God was like giving me assurance. He was like, okay, look, stop worrying about that. They're going to try to attack you no matter what. What you have to do now, you have to do what the government does. Basically build up a defense, a security defense, a security mechanism to make sure that you stay safe despite what they're doing. We have to actually start doing this for ourselves and everything. And I started like, well, I can't understand why, and stuff. And if I sit there long enough thinking about why they're doing what they're doing, I will only sit sick in myself. I don't know why they're doing what they're doing. All I know is I have to protect me, and I have to do what I need to do for myself. If I stay focusing on why they're doing what they're doing and not sitting up there protecting myself against them, not basically building myself up to actually stand up to them, I will never get where I want to go. And I will deal with self-esteem issues and lowering of confidence issues and all of these different devices that they're using psychologically against me to keep me in a paradox state of ungrowth and unbecoming and everything and de-evolution and, decrease everything, D in this, an area of disrespect and disbelief and all of this stuff right here. So I had to start thinking about myself, thinking about what I saw myself as, what I wanted to be, who I want to be. I can't even tell you how dealing with memory issues will play on your self-esteem, because it makes you start to lack in yourself. And I never knew why that device was actually done to a lot of us, where they would decrease us by messing with our memory. Is to actually take away your confidence in yourself and that reassurance. And now you have to be dependent on someone else to give you reassurance when you already know what you're doing. You'll start asking yourself questions, and you start finding yourself asking people questions. Does that make sense to you? Is that right to you? Does this, you did the right thing. But what's happening, you have your people that believe in de-evolution and taking you down, that's making you question and doubt yourself, making you have questions like, am I really what I'm supposed to be? Or am I really doing what I have to do? Am I really where I need to be at? And now you're going through de-evolution because now you are becoming dependent. God made you independent where you don't need anyone else but him. And the word is God, and God is the word. So we know we're not dealing with the person. We're not dealing with a being. We're dealing with words that are issued out of wisdom from intelligent human beings that wants the best for you. So they created the word of God and said, this is what we learned over a period of years of our evolutionizing ourselves, and we're putting it in the Bible, and this is the revelation that we got from us evolutionizing ourselves and engineering ourselves throughout the years. And they basically placed it in a Bible, and these was guided words of wisdom from people of God who believed in the word of God, believed in a better generation, believed in a better world. So you guys have to really start the beginning of what you're going to do for yourself to build up your self-esteem, because we have so many different devices. I have a device that can mess with your memory. So with that messing with your memory, you'll start questioning, oh, what am I doing wrong? I'm not going to have, start questioning yourself, and now you're becoming more dependent on someone else. And these people that want you to be dependent on them are parasites. They're parasites. All they want to do is suck from you. because there's a dependency there. You will find them doing certain things. They'll remove your children from you so that you can be dependent on them. They're parasites. They want you to be dependent on them, but they need a host, which is you. Something that is whole, something that is righteous, something that is holy, and they'll try to defile you. They'll call you nasty names like HOE and all kinds of stuff and try to defile you and take you down to nothing. BITCH. You stink, you this, you're that. But you have to have the reassurance to know, despite how I smell, despite what's going on with me, I am more than confident. I am more than assured. I don't need you. You want to be a parasite to me so that you can feel a value and a dependency from me. God didn't make me where I have to depend on you. He made me alone. When God created me, I was alone. Even if I was born with a twin, I was born alone. So there was no parasitic dependency or no dependency where I need you. He created me, and he created me as an individual. He didn't create me where there was a need for someone else to complete me. That's whether I'm married or not married. I don't need anyone to complete me. I am already completed on my own. What I have to do, I have to build up my confidence within myself, despite the devices that's being used by my enemy to make me doubt myself and question what God really has for me and what God's goal is for me. And that's the game they're playing. So they're using all kinds of stuff, blackout boxes. I know I can destroy you as an opponent, but guess what? The parasite says to you, no, you can't destroy me as an opponent if you're blacked out. So, of course, I can't destroy him as an opponent because I'm blacked out. But at the same time, he's finding ways to make you dependent and questioning your confidence and your esteem and everything about you and what God has for you, what you're capable of doing and everything. So as long as you have that doubt, you're not going to do what you're called to do. This is a defense tactic used in martial arts and in boxing and fighting and all of this stuff. They use these as a mechanism during fights. Seriously, there's people that laugh about it, but it's very much true. Okay, they're using these things to actually outthink their opponent. Because if I can make my opponent think of me as more fierce than I am, then I have already won the battle because he doubts himself in some way, or she. Stop doubting yourself. God made you in his image. And when God made something in the image of the word of God, you were made in the image of the word of God. You was predestined to be great. You was predestined to be everything that you're supposed to be. The people of God are depending on you to be great. We are encouraging you, but our enemies will sit up there and go up against you and make you doubt yourself. Trust in yourself. We need you. We depend on you. We love you. I don't care what condition you live in. I don't care what your enemy has made you think that you are. Your enemy will make you think you're gay. Your enemy will make you think you're anything that they want you to think. And guess what? We're still here. We still love you. Take care of yourself. Be encouraged. God bless.